A lot of people have been recommending this movie to me, and it was cool because it's available on Netflix. What's up, everybody? Hopefully that didn't sound like a commercial for Netflix, because it wasn't, but this movie was easy to watch because it's on Netflix. Everybody's been recommending it to me. I've seen it all over Facebook. One guy even said it was the best found footage movie of the year. So I had to check it out. The Taking of Deborah Logan found footage film. And the story's pretty cool. It's the possession story, but from the Alzheimer's angle. Basically, this woman, Deborah Logan, is suffering from Alzheimer's. She's living with her daughter, and this camera crew goes out to film a documentary about her. You know, we've seen this all before. But the actress who plays Deborah Logan was a great actress. Her name is Jill Larson. It was just nice to see this older woman in the lead role, and felt sympathy for her at the same time. At the same time, she had this kind of scary look to her. I really liked that part about it. And the film starts off basically kind of like a medical documentary. It explains at the beginning of the film that it's compiled from different footage. The documentary explains what Alzheimer's is, which is kind of cool because if you're not familiar with it, how it works on the brain and all that stuff. And basically the symptoms mimic things you would see with the possession, so of course it works, you know, imperfectly with the movie. And last week I reviewed a movie called Inner Demons. It was the same thing, but it was the angle of possession from, you know, a drug addict's point of view. So this film's a little bit better than that one, I'll say that much. Let's get into the good and the bad things. First of all, I like Jill Larson, who played Deborah Logan, so that's a big part of the movie. And the story, where they go with it, kind of came out of left field and seemed, it was good though. I don't know what to say about it other than that I was interested the whole time in the movie. I was curious what was going to happen to Deborah. And then when they kind of came out with this, not subplot, but it's the main plot and, you know, why the possession and stuff's going on, I liked the story. I don't know if they executed it that well. That was a little bit of a problem for me. One more thing that I liked about it, besides the story being interesting, Jill Larson being good, was there was a little bit of FX at the end, and it made me think of Guillermo del Toro a little bit. If you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. That was pretty freaking cool. That ending, I was kind of not expecting it. Some of the action that took place at the ending definitely was kind of cool, but like I said, it felt kind of detached from the beginning part of the movie. The changing gears, I don't know if it works so smoothly in this film. It starts off kind of slow pace, and we're learning about Deborah Logan, and, you know, we're getting hints of the possession. I really liked that part. But then they have this weird interlude where they bring in the whole story of why she's really getting possessed, and it's like separate footage that was filmed, I think, in the 70s or whatever. It's interesting. It makes the story a lot more interesting, but it didn't mesh too well, I didn't think. And then the end, it kind of just devolves into like a complete cliched sort of found footage film. It had some cool stuff at the ending, I'm not saying that. The action sequence at the end, and then the whole epilogue ending, the epilogue ending was completely cliched. That part bugged the hell out of me. A couple other things, like I said, it was a nice slow beginning, but the film never really winded up, you know, doing the punch, the popping a little bit. I just felt, for me, it didn't pop. I can see why people liked it. I can see why people felt so strongly about it. For me, I was just like, oh, it's a cool story, but I just needed a little more pizzazz, I guess. I don't like to complain about movies that are slow-paced because I like slow-paced movies, but I don't want it to come off like that. Whatever. And then this is like where I get into the nitpick bad parts, stuff I didn't like. The technical stuff just bugged me because, you know, she's a sick person. She has Alzheimer's. And then there's one scene where the radiologist is talking to another professional, and he uses some term that would only a normal person outside a hospital would use. It was not like a technical term at all. It just sounded weird in the script. That didn't bug me as much as the part when the doctor gives the daughter this needle full of sedative to, you know, inject the mom with if she needs it. And that's not really a spoiler. It's just like, you don't run up and give someone a shot in the neck, especially if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, it's not really going to work. You give injections the arm, leg, or the ass. And it's not, when you see in a psych movie and they grab the person and just give them the arm in 2 seconds they're asleep. No, it does not happen like that. Sorry. And that just always bugs me. It kind of takes me out of it. And the needle in this one kind of played an important part. So I was like, that was my little, and the other nitpick was Michelle Ang, who's like the documentary crew leader in the film. Her acting was just horrible, and she's like a major character besides Deborah Logan, so it's just kind of, and I didn't find the daughter too likable either. Her personality, I mean, at first I thought one of the twists might be that she was going to be a man or something. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, but yeah, I was just like, that lady is so like wiry and stuff. I was just like, and her personality in the movie too was just like not very attractive. I don't know. So all in all, I'm happy people recommended The Taking of Deborah Logan to me. I'm going to recommend that you go flick on your Netflix if you haven't and watch it if you have Netflix. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars, which is, you know, a mild recommendation from me. I can see why everybody liked it, so if you watch this video, don't flame me. I understand why you liked it. Let me know what you thought about The Taking of Deborah Logan down below, and I'll see you guys soon.